Dr. Joseph Martin here again. Trust, loyalty, and perfect friendship. Well, that's quite a statement. Now, is it even possible to have perfect friendship? Well, let's look into this now. And of course, friendship is the one thing we all crave more than anything else. More than sugar, more than anything else. The sweetness in our life comes only and solely from developing and perfecting friendships. As a species, Homo sapiens, we're very sociable animals. Heck, look, there's so many of us on the planet right now. Certainly, there's someone we could become really close and good friends with. Well, I'd like to expand it even beyond that and say that you can. I'll throw this out to y'all, switch it up a bit here, and choose to make everyone you meet your friend. Now, interestingly enough, let's just go back about 60, 70 years. No, I'm not that quite that old. But we do remember times when, just after the Second World War, there was a kind of a movement in the 60s and 70s um, to be, more sociable. There's a sexual revolution, women and gay liberation movements and so on, and black civil rights and so on. And people were really connecting a lot more on different levels, physically, sexually, psychologically. There was a kind of a whole movement. It was a peace movement, an anti-war movement, and a lot of good things came out of that. It was kind of a revolution in a way. The question is whether or not that can sustain itself when it happens in a very initially superficial way and an outward social level. I think many of us now here in the early 21st century, of any age or background, I think we're still wondering whether or not we can have and build beautiful, loving, trusting, loyal friendships in a time in the world where the society is going to whatever, I'll leave that word up to you, where there's increasing conscious and unconscious fear and anxiety globally and locally and nationally. People are wondering who they can trust. Many of you have had some experiences as your fears and anxieties get to you, that, some events that have happened. Let's look into all of this. Now, first of all, it's clear to say that the core of trust and loyalty comes when you can trust yourself and be true to yourself. I find many people I'm talking to these days of all ages and backgrounds and genders, they're in relationships and they're not sure if they can be themselves fully. They feel that if they were to put themselves out and be true to themselves, that the relationship would end or go through serious transformations. My suggestion to you as a psychologist and a psychological anthropologist, having witnessed this in many cultures over many times, is that you obviously just need to be true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, you'll never be able to be true to another friend or person. This is key. Well, how do you be true to yourself? Well, that will be the substance of further videos from the I Am Self-Worth online training coaching program, which you can go to when we get ready to launch it, and there will be a great launch. But the truth is that trusting your own soul, your source, that would be your inner divinity, and divesting yourself of all the things that are lies or uh, deceitful or just other people's stuff or other people's needs and expectations of you, let that go. Go inside, do some deep reflection, trust your soul, trust yourself, trust your feelings, trust your intuitions, trust your emotions. Always the first intuition, that's the one to trust. And trust your connection to divinity. You are a great person. You are a good person. Every soul is uniquely and greatly loving and open and gentle and kind by nature. You may not know that quite yet, but just take off the layers of the onion and get down into it. Get down and get into love. Now, so in this time then, we've all had relationships lovers that we've had, and then we've lost them, and there were some conflicts that came up, and misunderstandings and expectations. There's a lot of sadness and a lot of regret and guilt and sorrow, and there's a lot of depression around it. And some people seem to never be able to get out of losing a relationship. They're blaming themselves, they're blaming the other person, blaming both sides. Now, so my suggestion and my goal for your best, most positive intention would be to, when you've finished those kind of love relationships, and sometimes it's easier to be good, clear, strong, lasting friends with somebody when you haven't had a sexual relationship or sexual interactions that have had too many expectations or conflicts. But nevertheless, in any case, with all people you've had some connections with, you can move forward and just choose to be their friend. Whether it's a love relationship, a significant other, or a friend, or even a family member, just if you have some conflicts, challenges with your family members, choose to be their friend and just over time work it out. Now, we know in the karmic law of spiritual psychological science that people you meet up with in this life that you feel that instant connection with, that kind of joy in the soul, that suggests that you've been with this person in past lives and you've built up a great friendship and now you want to continue and move it forward, pass it forward. And also, there might be some karmic issues that you do need to deal with. And that's why you've met up with them again, either for a short time to clear the karma and open up to be even better friends, or just to clear the karma and then move on and meet some other people as well. You'll get to intuit which is true for you with every person you meet. And then there'll be some new people you meet that there's an instant soul recognition or connection. Maybe you don't have any past lives or karma with them, but now you want to create a new great friendship. And that's a great thing. So there's some excitement. Take it one step at a time, take it slow and easy, and make sure you're listening, you're being loyal to your friend, and you're loving them. And the lastingness of the friendship will be there for you. It will last longer than life. You'll be with them again in the spirit world and perhaps even in future lives. Something great to look forward to, because everything that you do with every person is going to last. These are the laws of karma and science and physics. So you want to be kind and respectful and honoring of everyone that you meet. Now, it's been my personal goal, and I got this from some of my divine spiritual mentors, to be everyone's friend. That means to love them and just give them unconditional regard, to listen to their heart, and to listen to being a loyal friend for them. Now, not everyone likes me, and that may be because my jokes are pretty bad, maybe for some other reasons. It may be that you'll even create some enemies of people when you just start to give them love, and because they're going, oh, what's he in it for? What's he up to? Or it's just so unusual in our society to anyone to be open, vulnerable, empathetic, kind all the time and be full of joy. You too can get there though as well. So they might suspect you, they might have their own issues, but if you're a loving friend, you can just mirror what their own issues are as well and support them, even though they may not care for you or like you or may even be so-called enemy. And I don't believe that's the truth, because everyone is just one of us here on the planet. We're all one great earth body of light and love and soul connection. But you're supporting them and healing themselves as they mirror or feeling mirrored by who you are in their lives. But let's take it even a step further. For people of all backgrounds in life, very few, maybe even less than 1%, have ever felt truly loved and acknowledged for who they are and just accepted for who they are. When you become a friend, a loyal, loving, trusting friend for somebody, you may be their only great love or friend in their whole world. Even though they may be married and have kids and other business associates, you might be the only one they trust. And in a time when trust is so supreme and so in short supply, it's a great honor for you to be their loyal, trusting friend. And they will be your loyal, trusting friend for life when you continue to respect them and grow and develop their relationship with one another in a sense of play and fun and childlikeness and joy, but also deep, loving, sincere listening and being there always for the other person. This will bring you great happiness, more happiness than anything else, and certainly money cannot buy this. And it's pretty easy. Just be simply open, loving, and kind. Now, not that it this is the reason for doing it, but in a time when things are stressful in the business world and jobs and so on, career, and we're wondering who we can trust as competition kind of sets in all that egomania and egonomics. By being someone's friend, they can always rely on you, and your career, your profession, your life, your business will prosper. These are the secondary results, though, of the initial importance of just being who you are and being a loyal, trusting friend for everyone around you. You will find such enrichment and goldenness and joy and hope and courage and life lasting friendships. You know, as we age and go through our life cycles, there's only one thing that I've found, especially working with the dying over my lifetime. They always treasure and cherish their best friendships, and those are the people who are with them in the end when they pass over. You too will probably want to be a friend for those who pass over, and when it's your time to go into spirit, joyfully, with a lot of grace and gratitude and light, you will want your best friends to be there for you. And so start now developing these great friendships, and you will succeed and have a great life. All my love and blessings to you, my friend. Take good care of yourself. Be loyal and true to yourself first and foremost. And try to make everyone your friend. God bless. Om Namah Shivaya. Cheers. Enjoy.